I see trans women as real women. It's particularly frustrating when women's sports is weaponized. Oh, now we care about fairness? Now we care about women's sports? That's total bull bleep.
What Megan Rapinoe is missing is that we've always cared about women's sports. We just don't believe that women should get paid the same as men if they're not drawing the same audience. That's true equality, is getting paid the same if you get the same outcome. But Megan Rapinoe is so caught up in playing the victim all the time that she doesn't realize what she's fighting for isn't true equality, and that putting transgender men into women's sports is a horrible idea and isn't what's best for women. But I don't need to explain that. Let's hear from a gymnastics champion, Jennifer Say.
Sorry, I had to collect myself. I guess I would ask her why in 2015, when the best women's soccer team in the world lost to 15-year-old high school boys, why was that? How did that happen? An average high school boys team, they lost. The best women's soccer team the world had, in the world at the moment. There is advantage. This is not trans bigotry. This is about girls and women. We have to acknowledge that biology, testosterone in and of itself, but also going through male puberty confers advantages. That's why we have separate categories of men's and women's sports. Denying that is denying reality. So I am very much in favor of protecting women's sports and giving women a fair and even playing field to compete against each other, access the educational opportunities that come from that. And I think if we don't stand up now and defend women's spaces, essentially what we're agreeing to is there is no difference. Men do not have physical advantages, and there will be no gender categories in sports if we don't say no to it now.
If you noticed, she had to start the interview by gathering herself and making sure that she stayed calm. And the reason why she's so frustrated is because it's basic common sense and basic biology. Men have physical advantages to women. There is no arguing that. On an average scale, a man is going to be more physically capable than a woman. Another reason I believe she's so frustrated is because of Megan Rapinoe's attitude. It was the way she answered the question. Oh, so now we care about women's sports? She's so stuck up, self-centered, and narcissistic. It's obvious that she was never told no as a child. She's the privilege that she hates so much. She hates the country that's given her everything she has. She's not well known for being a soccer player. The reason why she's well known is because she's an activist, and she constantly complains about deserving more despite doing nothing to earn it. Megan Rapinoe has complained her way into the Equal Pay Act, which makes sure that she gets paid the same amount as the men who draw in a way larger audience because they're playing for the Men's World Cup. Megan Rapinoe has complained and whined her way into success. That's the only reason anybody knows who she is, and most people despise her for it. She's everything that's wrong with today's society.